Previously unreleased from the Crocs in the Kitchen archive.
We bring you buffalo hummus.
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian. Yes, as some of you may remember, a long time ago we recorded a bunch of recipe videos just before Jessica's diagnosis. And we haven't released all of those, and we figured it was about time to dig into our archive and start publishing those videos.
Yes, and as we were looking through the archives, we found buffalo hummus, and I was like, well, that's perfect because there's some big party coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, something about football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, looking back at this footage, though, was actually kind of emotional for me because it was us a long time ago before life really got difficult. And you'll see that we look a little different. Jessica has more hair. I might be a tad skinnier and all that. But it's just, it was so nice to see us like back in that element that we've been out of for so long. And it made me really want to get back into it.
Yes, it really inspired me to get back to, which we've always been trying to do. We've just been trying to kind of like, apparently we've been really controversial lately. If you watch some of our videos we've just been posting, we've been trying to kind of catch you guys up to speed with our lives now so that we can get back into the goofy, fun-loving videos that we love filming for you guys. And this one definitely brought up that nostalgia for us, and I really just wanted to put it out.
Yep, so without further ado, let's get into the Wayback Machine. All right, so the first thing we're starting off with is, of course, garbanzo beans, and we will need some of the aquafaba.
Yes. So you want to go ahead and use the no salt added ones. That's going to keep the sodium low because otherwise you're just going to have a bunch of salt because you're going to use the liquid. So no salt added. We get these at Whole Foods. Give your cans a good shaker.
Yeah, because if you guys ever get cans and sometimes there's beans like stuck down at the bottom, before you open them, just give them a good little shake like that, and they pop right off.
That may have an excessive amount of shaking. We're just going to drain these directly into a measuring cup because we need a very specific amount of the aquafaba. Now, because a lot of you might ask, in our original hummus, super smoky hummus, we did this too, and you may ask, like, why didn't you just pour in the whole can? Well, because not all cans have the same amount of aquafaba. So you can see Brian is just kind of squeezing down, making a mess, squeezing down and getting all of the liquid out so that basically all you have left is the beans. And then that was like almost a cup. It was like, I don't know,
a little
7/8 of a cup almost, just in one can. So you can imagine if we added 2 full cans worth of aquafaba, it would be a liquidy mess. But I'm going to go ahead and take this can that has been...
We need a cup, right?
Yes, that has been removed, and I'm going to add that to the blender. Now, Brian...
That's 1 cup. What do I do now?
Okay,
you're not here.
There you go. Use your other can. So you do want to reserve the extra, because there's always sometimes when something weird happens and you just need a little bit of extra aquafaba at the end to make it blend. So in order to avoid that, we're just going to, so this is 1 cup. Oh, wow. You did it. Like, that's precise measurement there.
Told you. I'm pretty good at this stuff.
I'm impressed. So we're going to dump that into our blender. So I'm going to dump in this other can that he's removed the liquid. You don't need to rinse it off or anything. I mean, there's no sodium or anything anyway, and you're already adding aquafaba, so it's not that big a deal.
True.
But that's that. So buffalo sauce has like a vinegar taste to it, right?
Lots
like
of vinegar taste.
A bite. So this is a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of the just plain distilled white vinegar, like the kind you would use to clean your floor or something.
Wow. Really? That's what you went with? Not the kind that you would use to pickle things or...
I don't know.
You know, that
do you
the kind of stuff you clean floors with.
Do you clean floors with this?
I mean, you can.
I don't know what people do.
That's not the point. You should have gone with something that was at least edible, you know, like I said, making pickles.
So use some vinegar. Use floor cleaner. Here you go.
The same vinegar we use to make our chopped banana peppers, you know, that stuff.
Okay, sure.
Floor cleaner.
Okay, so conveniently, I've already measured out a teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice.
She's been on a big freshly squeezed lemon juice.
You know, I used to use the kind that was like just in the the thing, like the little things you buy. But man, I got one and it was so strong. Everything tasted like it was overcome with lemon. Like it was like the ratio of, I don't know what they did to that. It was like concentrated or something. I don't know. And so I've been doing freshly squeezed. So we just buy a bunch of lemons and thank you for cleaning up. I love a clean kitchen while cooking. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, I'm just doing it because I'm trying to make the shot look a little better than having just trash.
Anyway, here, take my lid.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll buy like, a bag of lemons and we'll just squeeze them all at once. We just squeeze those lemons. No, we put them into a jar and just keep it in the fridge for like a week or two, and it's fine. It's great.
Especially when we know we're going to use it.
Okay, so we're going to use some tahini. We're going to use, how much tahini are we going to use? We're going to use 64 grams of tahini, which is my standard amount for a 2-can batch of hummus. So I like to use my scale. You guys know, take your Vitamix off, put your thing on your scale, zero it out, and add it by the grams. It's just so much easier.
You want 64?
Yeah, it's just so much easier than trying to like measure it into something and then get it out of something. Just dump it right in. Do.
It's going up.
Okay, give it a second. Catch up. It's got to catch up with you. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be enough.
50.
Jeez, calm down.
I like precise things, Okay. 62.
Oh, that was way too much. Dang it.
Oh, 67. And he went over.
Oops. My bad.
Rookie mistake. Okay. So I'm going to put that back over there. And we're going to put in some white miso paste. If you're wondering how I make my white miso paste look just like this pretty little thing, I actually have a cookie scoop.
That is true.
That I use, like a 1 tablespoon size cookie scoop that I use to scoop it out. And it just like makes this perfect little ball of white miso paste that doesn't want to come out. Here, you can have the extra.
Ooh, white miso.
Okay.
White miso is really, really strong, so I suggest not doing this. I'm just a weirdo.
This may be a weird ingredient, you guys, to have in a hummus, but this was a Brian Kroc. Mm-hmm. This is a Brian Kroc thing here. This is some roughly chopped celery. So we're going to put about a really big stick worth. And why is that, Brian?
Because it adds a flavor to the buffalo sauce that was missing.
Yeah.
And because we made it, and I was like, man, it really needs that sort of celery kind of flavor. And so we took a stick and we blended it together with there. And
we just were like, will it blend?
Yeah, and it did exactly what I was hoping for. It added that lovely flavor that I think you need in a buffalo sauce.
I will say, if you don't have a Vitamix, I'm not sure if the celery will be like, I don't know if there will be like, it will blend all the way creamy, but we'll, yeah. Then we're going to use paprika, not smoked paprika. So this is not a smoky hummus, but this is 2 tablespoons of paprika. And the reason we use so much is why?
Color.
We want this to be red. We want it to be buffalo. So we're going to add two of regular, which is like just sweet paprika, right? So it's not like going to give you that smokiness or anything like that.
Yes, definitely not smoked paprika.
Then the last 3 that I've measured in here. This is going to shock you guys. A 1/2 tablespoon of cayenne pepper.
It's strong,
That's
y'all.
a lot of cayenne pepper, but this is buffalo, This is buffalo. This is supposed to be spicy. If you want to tone it back, you can, but, if you're going for buffalo, you got to go for it. And then a teaspoon each of garlic and onion powder. So we're going to put that in.
But yes, fair warning, it is spicy.
It's spicy. It's got a kick. All right, so we're done with all those. So now we're going to blend it. So we just put our lid on here. Oh. It's really hard to do this at this weird angle.
I know, right?
I guess I could have done this. I just want to make sure it's snapped. I don't think
it snapped.
Oh, okay.
It looks snapped to me.
Have you guys ever not snapped and then put it on and then it's like
just flies everywhere?
Okay. Beef.
You're done.
Okay. So we're going to put it on. We're just going to let it blend. Hopefully it's going to blend nice and creamy. It's going to come together. We're going to let it go for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Till it's to our desired smooth and creamy texture. But if it doesn't blend for you guys, you take some of that reserved aquafaba, add a dash in until it blends. But hopefully this will do it. Let's go. We got a little overzealous there. So what'll happen is when you do this, and this happens, I've made so much hummus in blenders. It's ridiculous. But it's going to get to this point where there's going to be an air bubble. So you just want to shake it and like kind of pop that air bubble, which I think I already did, and then start again.
Put the lid on.
That would be funny if I didn't put the lid on.
It might not actually spray up, but you never know.
Okay. I love taking that off before it finishes, and Brian's always like, why?
Just let it stop.
Just let it stop. Okay, you guys, we have something, we got something special here. We got the classic 4-hump Vitamix.
The clover.
Clover. We got the clover. This is what you go for when you make something in a Vitamix. This is what you always see in those Vitamix, like, infomercial kind of things. You got the clover.
On QVC.
On QVC. So I'm going to dump some of this into here for you guys. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, we got this little tray going on here. Look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. I would normally do this with a spatula, but I'm just going for it. I'm just going for it. You can disperse.
We're good. No spillage.
Disperse of that. Okay, so what we end up with here is a nice, here, I'm going to give it a little.
Yeah, give it a little.
Little zhuzh. Little zhuzh there. Okay.
Good? I'm going to do celery.
I'm going to rotate it. So.
I don't normally eat celery. That's why I'm going for it.
Okay, but you guys, seriously.
Look at that.
I'm still chewing on my carrot.
I see that.
But.
I mean, it looks fantastic.
What I wanted to tell you was, have you ever gone to a party, like, and they're like, oh, we have all this stuff, and then they have hummus, and it's just like oil hummus and blah, blah, blah. Just bring this to a party. We got buffalo hummus with a nice little spread of veggies.
All right. I don't normally like celery, but, I mean, you got to admit, celery is pretty awesome because it creates its own little dipping scoop.
I will say, if you're comfortable adding some salt, you can add 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon of salt to this, and it'll balance out that heat a little bit. But as this sits in the fridge, everything kind of comes together, and it really, really just, yeah. But it's got a kick. It's buffalo. Spicy. What do you think?
It's so good. Even without salt and stuff, that is super good.
I dig it.
I dig it too. Any other tips and tricks for this one?
Not really.
While I get a drink of water?
I mean, not really. Like, I like to make the big batch of hummus because we just go through hummus so quickly.
That is true.
You could have the recipe if you want. Just keep in mind, if you have a wide base Vitamix like ours, it's not going to blend as easily with a less quantity. But
that's true.
It will work. You may have to add a little extra liquid, but I like this thick consistency. You can also freeze hummus. So if you make some, you can freeze half of it and save it and just pop it out, let it thaw out. Perfect.
Honestly, it's a winning dish all around, and you can use it for all the other stuff that you would normally use hummus. Yes, snacking is one thing, but you can do like we used to do with our smoky hummus and like mix it in with salads and stuff like that. Trust me.
Ooh, a buffalo hummus salad. Ooh, I haven't tried that.
Super good. But definitely give this one a try. Is that it? All right. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And click that bell that is right next to it, and you'll get notified whenever we post a new video. You can also find us on social media, Facebook and Instagram primarily, and you can message us on there and have lots of fun just chatting away with us. Also, you can like and share the video. It really does help grow the channel, and it gets this type of recipe out there to more people who may enjoy it and may follow us as well. But I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.